One.
Hey everyone, tonight we have such a special treat for us. We have two of the most amazing makeup artists out there. We have Maleeva, and she's joined by Vershante. And they are both going to show us today some amazing tips and tricks with makeup. And I'm so excited to be able to be part of this because listen, these ladies, they charge a lot of money to get in front of them. And tonight they're doing it just because they love us and they want us to be successful. So Maleeva, you go ahead and take it away tonight.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Vina. And this is why I love having introductions, because it just sets the tone and makes us feel really amazing. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Like I said in the beginning, feel free to interact with us, answer questions. That's what's so amazing about these types of trainings. What I will say is V and I were talking a little bit earlier and decided, well, last week we did a lot of application tips when it comes to eyes and how to use different palettes that we have access to. But we thought, since we have a lot of new partners and a lot of guests on these calls, it would be really beneficial for you all to understand the story behind Motives, how it came about, where it comes from, what the brand means and why it's so special. And then coming into, it's like, I feel like we blinked and it's April now, which it's already spring and the weather's getting nicer. At least in Pennsylvania it is. I don't know about everywhere else in the world. And we thought it might be nice because we have a lot of
nice try. We had snow today.
In
Ontario. In Ontario, it was sleeting.
Right.
It was half rain, half snow. So
wow.
Bring that nice weather from Pennsylvania my way, please.
Well, then we'll at least bring some spring to you with the makeup that we're going to talk about. How about that? And so we do have a lot of new, really awesome and exciting products launching. I know Vershante and Vina and Gina and wow, that was Vina and Gina. That's fun. And myself had a chance to try a lot of them at our World Conference in Miami. And so we're just really excited to share not only some of the new products that we have launching and why you can be excited about them, but also how to be successful retailing the brand. Because I think that's huge. You don't have to be a makeup artist. I mean, it's pretty awesome that this brand is so special that it attracts a lot of beauty professionals, like some of the partners you see on this call. But just understand that you don't have to be a beauty professional in order to be very successful with this division. And even I know we have some gentlemen on the call. I think it's really great for guys to tune in because once again, you don't even have to know how to apply it. You just need to know a little bit enough about the brand to be dangerous. So with that being said, Vershante, do you want to add anything before we kind of talk about the beginnings of Motives?
No, I actually think you covered it all.
Awesome. Then let's forge forth. Can you tell I've played Zelda? Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. I use those two words together. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about Motives. With a quick show of hands, does anybody know the story behind Motives? Anybody? Couple? Okay, just a couple. This is really exciting. I love telling this story. Do you ever watch a good movie and then you can't wait to meet people that haven't seen that movie so that you can watch it together? That's how I feel about telling this story. And so Motives is really special. Understands that we are part of a global product brokerage company called Shop.com, powered by Market America. Motives Cosmetics is the beauty division of that company, of our company. And so that beauty division comprises Motives Cosmetics, our 4.5, 5, 7 skincare lines, however many skincare lines we have now. And then also, I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, with more to come.
Yeah, well, with so much more coming. And also some health and wellness and like personal care products. So that's a pretty big division of the company. And so Motives, it's a really neat story. Motives has been around since I believe 1997, which a lot of people don't realize. And so Motives has been around for a very long time. But J.R. Ridinger, who's the founder and CEO of Market America, walked in on his wife in the bathroom, Lauren Ridinger, not in a bad way, but she was doing her makeup. I should have prefaced with that. She walks into the bathroom and she's doing her makeup and he looks on the counter and realizes that she has like some Motives, but she also has some Chanel and some Bobbi Brown and some other brands there. And he was like, Lauren, you own a makeup line. Why are you using other people's makeup? That doesn't make any sense. And she's like, well, I like Motives, but there are just other brands whose products I like better. And so he gave her an ultimatum. He said, absolutely not. We are a broker. We won't have it if it's not the best. So just create a line that you love and other people will love it too. But if you don't do that, I'm going to get rid of the brand. So he's like, if our own founder isn't using all Motives, like it's not worth having being a broker. Understand that's the integrity of our company. We're a brokered line of products and services. If we don't have the best, we will thank them very much for their time, that manufacturer, and move on. So that's something that's really exciting for the everyday individual, but also for beauty professionals, knowing that we can stake our brand and reputation on a line that's always going to be relevant, that's always going to be best in class, or we wouldn't represent it. I love that about our brands. So he gives her this ultimatum. So what she does, which is so smart, is, you know, we all have like girlfriends and interact, and she has the same thing, except it's just that she rolls in a very influential circle. So her girlfriends are like Ava Longoria and Jennifer Lopez and Alicia Keys. Awesome. So what she does is she gets together with all of their beauty professionals and she said, listen, I want you all to look in your kits and I want you to come to a consensus on who makes the best of each product. Because what we all realize is even if you're brand new to this company, if you look in your personal makeup kit, you have a little bit from every different brand because not one brand makes the best of everything. She understood that. And so she went to all of these different makeup artists. They all came to a consensus from their kits on who they thought made the best products. Then she went to each of those manufacturers, signed exclusive contracts for exclusive skincare formulations, and rebranded it all under Motives. So understands that global product brokerage concept. Motives is a microcosm of that concept. Every single piece of makeup that's in our collection is brokered from the manufacturer that's making the best of that product. And so that's what I really love. And because even further, not only are we an exclusive brokered branded line of skincare cosmetics, which we're actually called a cosmeceutical, we're literally better on your skin than off. But because we go right from the manufacturer to the end consumer and we cut out all of those middlemen that would drive up the price, we can pass that savings along to our customers. That is so special because I believe every woman, man, person deserves to have products that make them feel amazing, but also don't have to break the bank. And so that's why I'm so excited and passionate about telling the story. One, because it lets you get a snapshot on how special the founders of this company and this brand are, but also what we all have at our fingertips that we can share with the everyday man and woman. So that's a little bit about the story behind Motives, how it came to be, and then what Lauren Redinger did to the next step. Because remember, we don't advertise, we don't pay for advertising, we don't pay celebrity endorsements. So instead, what she decided to do was throw a party. She threw this big party on their amazing yacht and invited all of these very influential people in the industry, had them all try, play, take photos with the line, and it went viral. So that's how the word got out there about how incredible Motives is. And so understand that whenever you see it, because you might see it in a magazine, you might see it in a video on YouTube, on Instagram, people are talking about this product, not because they're paid to do so, but because they genuinely love it. And that's what's also created such an amazing brand and amazing visibility behind what we have to offer. So I'm going to turn it over to V. Is there anything that you want to add in on that, Vershante?
Yes. So I want you to think about what Maleeva just said and think about it from a couple standpoints. So for one, she just, on the last end, she spoke about how people are like talking about the brand. They're talking about these products. They see it in the magazine, in the top 10 or the 20 products you must have, or this is my go-to product that I love. But at the same time, they don't know where to get it. They don't necessarily, they know that it's a hot line, but they're like, well, it's a hot line and it's listed with Bobbi Brown and it's listed with Chanel and this and that brand that I know that I walk into the department store and see, but I don't go into the department store and see motive. So where is it? You know, so that's one. From a business owner, that's an opportunity for you to have something very exclusive to offer to your clients. The other thing that I want you to think about is when she spoke about manufacturing. And so when it comes to the beauty industry and being able to say, hey, who makes the best what, and going to the manufacturer and getting that product, there's only so many manufacturers out there. There are not as many manufacturers as there are brands that offer cosmetics. So you will see brands that may be offered in your department store that are under a manufacturer. And some of them are actually, there are multiple brands at that same department store sitting right next to each other that look like they're competing with one another, but they're at the same manufacturing company. They're being produced by the same manufacturing company. And then there are brands that are at your stores like Target, Walgreens, CVS, that are also being developed by these same manufacturers. So the difference is, when it comes down to those patents and that exclusivity, to say, hey, we want our product developed like this. Our scientists have said this is what we found, this is what we studied, and this is how we want it. Can you give it to us at this rate? That is the power that we have behind our brand. So when you think about all of that, and from somebody who actually was thinking like, hey, I want to start my own line, because I understood that because one, I'm an esthetician and a makeup artist, so I understood having product that I could retail is a big part of my business. It's the part of my business that keeps things going and makes me money that I don't actually have to spend time to do a service. It can be an add-on, or it can be something where I'm making money, a $200, $300 sale, and I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So it's something that's very powerful for beauty entrepreneurs and people who are enthusiasts, who just, I love lipstick, I love makeup, I love to do this, and I would love to be able to start a business in this industry, but not necessarily do all of that legwork that this company has done for you already. So it's very dynamic. And honestly, even for myself, I didn't even understand, like, I understood a little bit, just because I knew what I was looking for when I came on with this line, but I didn't understand everything. I didn't understand what I had at my hands. And even more every day, every time we take a class, every time we do something like this, I'm like jaw dropping, like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So definitely just think about that concept, like, let it sink in a little bit, what is available for us.
Yeah. And that like spins right into the next topic, was, you know, talking about retailing, because I'm sure that a lot of you out there, when you start retailing this collection, your friends, family, people on social media, what have you, will say, okay, well, I use this lipstick from this brand. How does yours compete, or how does yours compare? And honestly, I don't like to get into like a back and forth battle. All I do is like to go back to that concept of, we're a broker. We wouldn't have it if it wasn't the best in class. And it's also built in skincare so that it's literally better on your skin than off. And then I step back. If they want it, great. If they're super in love with that lipstick from Walgreens, fine. What is missing in their routine that I can serve them with? And so that's another thing when it comes to retailing. Don't feel like you have to get into that battle of the back and forth. If it comes up, don't worry about it. If someone has a foundation that they absolutely love, then say, do you know what? Congratulations. It's so hard for someone to find something that they love. I'm so glad you love that. If for any reason you want to change it up, I'd love to help you with that. But listen, what do you not love in your kit? Maybe there's something that I can help you with. Let's find some missing pieces and then move on to the next thing. So let's talk a little bit about retailing. And Dee, I'd like to turn it over to you, because you actually teach this.
Okay, so I'll say something that I said, I'm always coming up with little like sayings. I don't know. They just come to my head or whatever.
She's so good at it.
It was a little saying that I said to Maleeva when I was actually talking to another business owner about what to add into her business, instead of taking, you know, what she felt was like, well, I don't want to put this product here because I need the cash flow that's coming from this product. I need that upfront cash flow and not to focus on commission from that area. And so I said, well, that's fine. I'm not trying to take the Batman away. We're just trying to find your Robin. So it's not about taking what is.
Vina likes that. That was good.
It's not about competing with what is the thing that they're like, no, give me that. That's what I want. I need to have that. It's about finding what's going to be the Robin. What's going to make, if you love that mascara, what's going to make that mascara bomb AF? You get what I'm saying? Let's get a primer. Let's get a liner. Let's have the right other formulas or the right eyeshadows, brow products. Like okay, well, great. I see your focus is eyes. Let's add on that. Let's build on that. So it's not about taking the Batman away. It's about finding the Robin. So just like in your mind, that's like a good little saying to keep in your head. Like when you may feel a little frustrated about like, okay, well, how do I help them? They're saying that they, you know, I came to them to talk about foundation, but they love their foundation. So now what? Well,
I love that. I just have to say, I love that. You are the bomb.
Isn't it so good?
That is so good, you guys. You have no idea. That is, man, that's a solution. That is a solution to so many problems. I love that. Thank you for that one. I got it.
You're welcome. I love you. And that
was our tip from this motives call.
Right.
Find the Robin.
I just have to say, like, when you get as a makeup artist and as an esthetician and as someone in this company getting a compliment from Vina, like, I love you. I'm always like on the edge of my seat listening to everything that you have to say. So just having you give me that compliment is like heartwarming. So thank you for that. So let's talk about retailing. So one thing that I feel like I teach retailing, and people are afraid to quote unquote sell. They're afraid to sell. They're afraid to come off salesy. Nobody wants to be the slimy car salesman, so to speak. And I actually, like, I bought a new car not too long ago, and I had the best car salesman ever in the world. He was so nice. So he's changed my viewpoint on car salesmen. But anyway, so nobody wants to be that if they're, especially because if you're not, some people are just gifted at selling or like convincing people, so to speak. So number one, take that out of it. Like, if you're not that person and you're like, I'm scared, I can't sell stuff, I don't want to sell stuff, take that out of it. Think about it like you're always selling stuff. To be truthful, if you ever have talked to anybody about anything that you loved and they went and got it, you sold something. You just didn't get paid for it.
Yep.
So you're always, we sell stuff all the time. We say, oh my goodness, girl, I got these new pantyhose, or I got this girdle and it's holding me in, but it ain't cutting off my circulation. And she like, where you get it from? Girl, I got it from Dillard's. And she like, what is it? I'm gonna take a picture of the tag and send it to you. And guess where she at? She done bought every color they got at Dillard's in her size, okay? So we do that. We do it all the time. Ooh, these shoes are so comfortable. I love these shoes. They cute, they comfortable. And I feel like I'm walking on clouds, and I'm a nurse and I've been on my feet all day. And your friend that's a nurse is like, what shoe is that? Or your friend that is in another profession, say she's a makeup artist, and I'm always standing on my feet. And I need a shoe that looks professional, but I don't want to look like I'm at a hospital. But I also don't want to have on a shoe that looks like a sneaker. So I listen to you. So it's all about, one, using it yourself. That way you get comfortable with it and you find what you like about it, and being genuine and having that conversation with people. That's it. That is the floor, the groundwork to that. Maleeva, do you have anything to add to that?
No, that was excellent. Once you kind of finish your what you want to talk about when it comes to retailing, we can talk a couple tips on how to get in front of people, whether it's virtually or when we're allowed in person again, in person. But no, I want you to keep going because all of it's amazing. I'm just like, this is great. Keep going. This is awesome. I love it.
Cool, thanks. So it's just about sharing. So for one, get comfortable with sharing. Start with people you feel comfortable with, your friends and your family. But I also want to warn you and not hold you up. One thing that I learned when coming into business, and I don't want to say quote unquote, but like as an esthetician, I started, or like as a makeup artist, when I started, my family and friends, like they came to try to support me, but that wasn't their thing. Like they weren't necessarily already getting those type of services, so they tried them to like let me practice or whatever, but that wasn't what they were spending their money on. So that's a hard sell. Okay. It's a hard sell. And so you're kind of banging up against a brick wall with your fist and thinking that you're going to bulldoze through because you think, well, everybody has a face. So everybody, like, and they're my family and they're my friends, so they're going to support me. Maybe. It's quite possible that they will. It's quite possible that they're going to say, hey, let me buy this one thing one time or whatever, but don't bank on that being your core people or your I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but your people. Don't bank on that being your
customer,
customer base or your client base. You have to think about what you have and who wants it, and you go where the need is. Okay. So I'm hoping you guys are following me because I didn't write this down. This is all off the top of my head, and I'm trying to like give you steps. So the first step would be, get your practice and stuff like that, but also what was the first thing I said? Lord Jesus. Oh, Batman
try yourself as well.
Right. Try for yourself. Get comfortable with whatever it is. Like, and don't overwhelm yourself. Try just a few products. Okay. Whatever it is that you say is something you're already using. Try 3 products that you already have in your repertoire. Okay. Then what you want to do is practice with your friends and family. Just practice talking with them. They don't have to buy nothing. You get what I'm saying? That's how they're supporting you. I want you to be clear about that. If they buy something, that's just a bonus if that's not something they're already buying. You get what I'm saying? So practice with them. Get comfortable with talking. Get comfortable with being critiqued. Get comfortable with answering questions. Because a lot of people I feel like that I have worked with in this industry, the minute that someone asks them a question, they get defensive. I've had people ask me, why do I charge what I charge? I can't get defensive about them asking me that. That's the opportunity for me to detail to them why I'm different from someone else, to either convince them that I'm the better pick for them or to convince them that maybe they should go to the other person. It's not my decision to make. It's their choice to make. But I should be comfortable with answering the question. So get comfortable with answering questions, and that's why you have your friends and family, because you can make mistakes and they're not gonna judge you. When it comes to your friends and family, remember that they look at you like their family member, cousin Sue, or my best friend Becky. That's how they look at you. You get what I'm saying? That's who they see you as first and foremost, because that's how they know you. When you get around your customer base, they see you as the professional, because that's how you are introduced to them. You get what I'm saying? So that's what sometimes makes it a lot different. They can look at you and say, hey, I can listen to her and take her seriously because that's how she's being presented to me. So presentation is also very important when we talk about going in front of clients or building a clientele base. Is about, okay, identify who you want to be perceived as and be that person. Be authentic first and foremost, be yourself, but be your best self, put your best foot forward and present it to them. So those are some of the, like, I think the first things that I like to work on with people when we talk about retailing is, one, getting comfortable with the product, getting comfortable with yourself, getting comfortable with speaking to other people about what you have. Those are like, if you can get those things under your belt, the money will come. I feel like a lot of times we're so worried about the actual dollar exchange that we skip all of those things. And those things are your building blocks. Once you get in front of the right people, then you start to work on developing the relationship with that person. If somebody walked up to you off the street and they didn't know you and they say, "Hey, I'm Vershante, nice to meet you, buy my lipstick," the likelihood, it's not a zero possibility that I will get a sale, but it's not in my favor either. You get what I'm saying? So now I can't necessarily be upset that I didn't do it. If that's going to be my approach, I have to keep going, and eventually I may get some sales off of that. But you have to develop that relationship. Let's try this out. Let's talk. Let's see what you like, because maybe you're trying to sell them lipstick because that's what you want to sell, and they don't even wear lipstick. And so you're missing, you guys are like two trains passing in the night. You're missing one another. And they're like, she gets on my nerves because she keeps talking to me about this lipstick and I don't wear lipstick. But you're looking at her and she has on mascara and she has on brow powder, and it's like, but you're not talking about anything about the eyes because you're trying to sell a lipstick. So it's like that, building that relationship will help you to find out about that person so that you can help service that person, because it's all about being personable, being specific, customizing it to the client. If we get off of makeup and we think about car salesmen, right? If you're a mom and you come in to buy a car and you're pregnant with a baby and you got a baby in a stroller, and if this fool is trying to sell you a topless 2-seater convertible, he's missing the whole point. If you just told him, "I'm looking for a new car, my car broke down and I don't have a vehicle," he's totally looking past you and he's thinking about himself. He's thinking about what he wants to sell. And so he's missing you. And so you're going to get the feeling like he doesn't care about you. He's slimy. He's just trying to sell what he wants to sell, right? You feel neglected in that transaction. But if you come in and you have a baby in your stomach and a baby in a stroller, and you say, "Hey, my car broke down, I don't have a vehicle," and they get to talking to you about safety, they get to talking to you about what's your price range, what are you looking for, what was the vehicle that you had before, did you like that vehicle? And you're like, "Yeah, I really actually liked it, but I got it and it was already pretty old and I had it for a lot of years." Oh, that's telling them that you, for one, you like that style of vehicle, you like that brand of vehicle, and that you actually like to keep your vehicles for a long time. It also may tell them that, hey, she doesn't necessarily need a brand new vehicle because the vehicle that she was driving was old. So maybe I could save her some money because she has a baby on the way and she has a little baby babies cost a lot of money. I could save her some money if I don't put her in a brand new vehicle and I give her an older vehicle that's still new, but it's not going to be top dollar because it's, of depreciation. If they start to explain all of that stuff to you and take you on a test drive and show you about all the safety features and show you all these different things and how you can fold the seats down and spread the trunk and you can fit all the baby strollers and boxes and goodies and all the stuff that these kids need, and you can go on a family road trip and all this stuff, and how many miles this vehicle can go up to before it needs to be replaced and all this stuff, you're going to buy the vehicle because you came there for it, for one, and they gave you everything that you were looking for. So that's really it's an easier sale because you came looking for it. So that's one type of client, right? That's the client that seeks out what you have, right? So you came to look for that. They listened to you. They asked you questions. They didn't assume anything. They asked you questions about you, about your lifestyle, about what you need, what you want, what you're looking for, what you had. And and you didn't even, it's so conversational. It's so calm and in a, sometimes even jovial way, because it's like they're in the process, you don't even realize that you're having a good time. You're not like, oh my God, he's getting on my nerves or she's getting on my nerves, and they're not even telling me about what I need or what I'm looking for, whatever. How do I get away from them? How do I get somebody else to help me? You're really building a relationship with that person. You're making them like and you're making them like you really because you're caring about them, because they don't care until they know you care, right? Like nobody cares until they know you care about them and what they want. And so you're building that relationship and that rapport with them. And that is one interaction. But maybe that mom couldn't purchase that vehicle today, right? Maybe she wanted to go look around a little bit more before she made her final decision, right? Do you think there's a great possibility that salesperson made a very good impact on her, where if she went anywhere else, she may not even remember everything that they said about that car, but she'll remember how she felt when being around that person, right?
And give them referrals.
Exactly. She may not remember everything they said about that car, because cars aren't even her thing. She just wants to get one that's drivable and safe. So she doesn't remember all these details, but she remembers how that person made her feel. So now she wants to do business with that person because they made her feel good.
And I want to kind of break down some of the things that she talked about, because we might sit here, especially if you come in halfway, and be like, why are we talking about cars on like a makeup call? But what I love about what she does is she takes something that might seem unfamiliar to us as like new business owners or prospects kind of checking out owning a business for the first time in a division, and likens it to something that you either know or have an experience with. And so everything that she talked about really comes down to, one, asking questions so that you really can discern what someone's looking for, and then two, listening to the answers. Because understand that everybody's favorite topic of conversation is themselves. People want to feel heard. And if you are that person that makes someone feel heard, just like we said, they may buy from you that day, they may not, but you know that person is going to walk away knowing how they felt with you, whether it's virtually or in person. They will come back to you and they will refer you people. So I want to talk about a couple tools that everybody has access to make this feel a little more streamlined and kind of have some bullet points. Because if you're not a professional and you're not used to having one-on-one conversations or consulting, this might sound like, okay, that's all well and good theoretically, but when I'm actually sitting down with someone, what do I do? What do I ask? What should I know? What should I look at? And so if you're a business partner in your back office on Unfranchised, we have a couple tools that are really helpful for you. One is called a Beauty Basics. It's a workshop style event that can be done, but it's also great to look through that you can do one-on-one, whether it's virtually or one-on-one when you're sitting down with a friend or family member. That Beauty Basics focuses on the top 10 products that Motives has. Now, are there more? There's a ton more, but that's kind of like the top 10 best sellers, which is a great place for you to start. So if you're kind of wondering, well, what kind of Motives product should I try first? Just like Vershante was talking about, well, what do you currently use? And as you run out, or if you want to switch over, try a few of the things that kind of replace that product, or look to that top 10 from that Beauty Basics account so that you can find, okay, what are the top 10 sellers? What are some things that I might have in my kit that I want to try personally, or want to have that people can sample when I sit down with them one-on-one so they can touch, feel, see, try. So that's a great place to start. there's also a consultation form in that back office so that you have a whole list of questions that you can ask. But one of the best questions Vershante asked in the car salesman scenario is he asked, what were you driving before? And that's huge. I like to ask a lot of open-ended questions. And if you remember back to like middle school English, who, what, where, when, why, like those open-ended questions, I always want to start a conversation. And one of my favorite questions to ask is, what are you currently using? What do you like about what you're using? What do you feel that you're missing from your routine? And I had this conversation with Aaliyah, one of our new partners recently, or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Aaliyah, it was Jess. And I think Jess was on or is still on. And Jess was saying, listen, I'm really looking for a foundation. And she had reached out to me because she was picking my brain. And I was like, okay, well, if you don't mind my asking, even if I'm sitting down for makeup, I want to know what their skincare is. Because our gut detoxes through our skin, and our skin dictates how the makeup looks. So sure, I can just sell some of my foundation and move along, but I also want to make sure that that foundation is going to look its best. So I want to make sure their skin's looking their best. And so one of the questions I always love to ask is, I know you're asking me about foundation or whatever it is, but can you walk me through your skincare real quick? I always like to have them walk me through what they're using, because I want to know what they're using, why they're using it, and maybe how they're applying it, because that kind of tells me a lot of things. And I don't want to go too in detail about this because I don't necessarily want this to be kind of an in-depth training, but I just want everybody to feel confident walking away from this, knowing kind of how to start retailing, how powerful the brand you have is backing you up so you feel confident talking about it. And then you at least feel confident in the conversation of helping someone find a fit for them when it comes to motives. But what we were talking about today is great in any division, not just for cosmetics. It's great for skincare. It's great for health and wellness. It's great for children's care, pet health, anything that you have, any division we have in this company that you can focus in. These kind of open-ended questions and what we're talking about is a great way to kind of transition into any industry that you might want to focus in, even if it's not motives. And so I wanted to talk about some of those tools that you have access to. But this specific example, she had walked me through her skincare, and the first thing she said was, I'm really happy with my skincare because my skin doesn't react and I have very sensitive skin. But she went on to tell me that she has acne, she has scarring, she has all of these challenges. So just as like an insider tip for you all, if someone's telling you they love what they're using, yet they're still telling you all of the challenges that they're having with something that should be addressing those challenges. I learned this from Vina. Well, what do you think that skincare isn't doing for you? And so one of the, I like to repeat back to them. So what I did was I said, okay, I just want to make sure that I have this correctly. You have skincare that you love because you have very reactive skin, and that's something that you've put together that your skin doesn't react to. But you're having challenges with breakouts, with acne, you're having some uncontrollable oil. And I like outlined everything that she basically just said to me, so that she's kind of thinking in her head, oh, well, maybe I don't love my skincare as much as I said I do because I'm still having all of these problems, right? And so then I just asked, listen, are you open to some suggestions that I might have, that way in case you want to try something new, that you have a routine that would be a fit for you? And then we went on with the conversation. And once again, there are in-depth trainings for motives. We have a skincare training, which, Vina, do you have some this weekend?
Sorry, no, I have my skincare training on the 18th, and you'll find that flyer on our team page. 18th
Excellent.
And 18th, yeah.
So there are some amazing in-depth product trainings, business building trainings, retailing trainings that are motives and skincare specific. So I highly encourage you get together with the person that invited you on this call or your senior business partner, and they'll kind of show you what we have going on that you might plug into. So I don't want to take up too much time going a little too in depth, because I know everybody's kind of at different newnesses to the business, if you will. But so those, I love the way Vershante kind of likens a concept to something that you already know. And I hope everybody feels a little bit more confident behind your brand and knowing how to at least start the conversation. But at the end of the day, one of my favorite ways, especially with friends and family, to support is say, hey, listen, I have this brokered line of cosmetics, and this works for anyone. Even if I know we have Joel on the call, you probably don't wear a lot of makeup, but I'm sure you know a lot of women in your life that do. So this is great for him as well. He might say, listen, there's a division of this product brokerage company that I'm now a partner of. It's cosmetics. I really don't know much about cosmetics, but I would love for you to check it out and you can tell me what you think and give me your feedback. That's one of the best ways to have people try products. And you could use that even if you're like, listen, I have this line of lipsticks that I hear are really great. I don't really wear lipstick, so I don't know what I'm looking for. Would you mind trying my lipstick and telling me what you think? So this is one of the reasons.
Be quiet.
Yeah, and then shut up and let
and then
them
be quiet
talk.
and let them answer you.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And so those are some great tips on how to get the conversation started and also how to feel confident retailing, whether you feel confident practicing and walking them through a consult, and understand you don't have to apply makeup on somebody. You can teach them what to use, how to apply it, why they're using it, and then let them do it. I, even as a professional, like to do this so that I want them feeling confident applying it and walking away and being able to do it at home. Because if they go home and they're like, Maleeva, can I just carry you in my pocket? Can you wake up with me every morning because I look so great? I stole their confidence away. So now they're thinking they need me, and I don't want them to need me. I want them to need themselves and feel confident with the product. Whew. Okay.
Also, may I add, you don't want to assume, like when Maleeva asked her those questions about the skincare, you don't want to assume because they're using something that they actually love it. I just got off the phone with a very dear friend that I have not spoken to since literally we graduated high school in 2006. And she takes supplements every single day. Every day she takes supplements. She's been taking supplements for a very long time. We got on the subject of supplements, and then she's like, I take them, but I don't really see a difference, but I'm also know that I need to take them, so I'm not going to stop. But I don't notice anything because I've taken it. And so I said, well, I explained a little bit about why that may be. I explained about the supplements that we have. And I said, well, would you be interested in trying it? That way you can see if it works for you or if there is a difference between what you're doing now and what these products do. And she said, of course. I'm interested in trying. And it was just really that simple.
Yep. And it really is that simple. So kind of take away the having to be like super educated in sales, years of experience. Listen, if you love it, people around you will love it too. If you talk about it, people will want to try it. If you provide them with a solution, they will love you forever and keep coming back for more. So always just think how you can be of service because the sales will come. Before I transition to talk just a couple of new product releases, because I know we're getting a little late here, does anybody have any questions that we can answer for you, either about the brand or about the retailing perspective? And feel free just to unmute yourself if you have a question. We getting off easy right now?
I don't have any questions, but I just wanted to add that I love what you guys have said so far. You're doing a really great job, and I'm learning a lot. But just to piggyback on what you guys were saying about when people say that they love their products, what I have found is that sometimes they think they love it because they don't know that there's anything else out there, you know, so it's just a matter of, like you said, Maleeva, which was really good about asking those questions, you know, because it's probably the best that they've ever had up to this point, but they're still experiencing those challenges. And I talk to people all the time that, you know, have had problems with their skin their whole life and see the dermatologist, and they get all of these things to put on topically. But when I ask them if they've been educated in gut health and how it affects your skin, and they say no, nobody's ever told me that before. So just being able to give them that education, then they're willing to try something else, because they're like, oh well, if that's something you think that's going to help these issues that I'm still having, even though I have these products that I've been using, then yeah, I'm willing to try it. So that, I just think that was a really good thing that you guys brought that up, and I just wanted to share my experience with that.
I definitely agree with that, Gina, and I love the word that you use, which is education. One thing that I really like to make sure of with when I'm working with people and when I'm suggesting products or solutions is to educate them, because that a lot of time is the part that's missing, that they don't even know. They don't, why would I use this product from, what's the difference between me using Clean and Clear or this product? Or what's the difference between me using apple cider vinegar to tone my skin or using a proper toner? What's the difference? Because if you don't, they're only going off of what they know, and you can't assume that they know as much as you about something. And the biggest resource to a lot of what we can know is our website, even if it's not everything you have studied or it's your background, but we have so many resources, one, for you to educate yourself so that you can begin to educate your client, but also teach them where to go to get the education so that they can understand why. Because a powerful thing is, once I understand why, then why would I do something else? Why would I change away from me using something that's really good for me and that's creating results that I understand why it's creating those results, back to something else? You get what I'm saying? So education is definitely powerful. And people feel really good because they don't feel like you're keeping a secret from them. Like, well, I'm using this, but I don't know really anything about it. They don't want to tell me about it. They don't want to tell me about the ingredients in it. I don't know what's in this stuff. Like, it's all up front. You're being very upfront with them.
And I love that too, because think about so many freelance beauty professionals, whether they're salon owners, makeup artists, hairstylists, so many are attracted to our brand. But just think about the industry of itself. A lot of times we're trying to hold on to those secrets, right, V? Because we're scared, well, if we let people know about those secrets, they're not going to need us anymore and we're out of job. So having those secrets gives us job security. But with this line, it allows beauty professionals to kind of sit back, relax, enjoy the relationship, and give as much as we have in resources and education and knowledge, because with this brand, we have so many different ways to be paid for that, so that we're actually paid for the relationship that we're building residually long-term versus getting paid once as a freelancer trying to hold on to as much information as we can. That was such a great point. So,
yeah,
okay.
even
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up, Sandy?
I'm sorry, I interrupted somebody. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I didn't have the confidence to meet with people up until about February and or March, and I had set an appointment with a woman to go over, and she's somebody that I really wanted to meet with. She's really sweet, but she loves makeup. She probably knows more about makeup than I do. Honestly, that's how I feel anyway, even all the trainings I've gone to. But she's a gateway to a huge group of women that love makeup and skincare. And so I really wanted to meet with her because she was like a key person to me in that way. So we were going to meet, and then California got the safer at home order. So that's kind of on hold. But after I set the appointment and after we had to cancel, I've been watching her on social media, and she's done like a video of herself putting on makeup. She doesn't sell anything. She's just bored, you know what I mean? And she loves makeup. So she just did a video, and I'm watching it and I'm going, oh, I don't know about any of those products that she's using, because I'm not a makeup hound. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I was kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, like, what if she asked me about that? So what I was thinking is to do this. Tell me what you think. Before we meet again, like, I don't know when that can be, but I was going to call her and say, hey, I saw when you did your video that I saw how much makeup that you have and you like it so much. Is there anything that you want to learn about, or is there any product that you don't use that you'd like to, but you just haven't tried? You know what I mean? Like to try to fill a gap. What do you think about that? Or what do you think I should
You
do?
go first, V.
I would say use the fact that she knows more than you. Don't undermine the fact that she knows
Exactly
more than you. It's back to that Batman to the Robin. Her
Okay.
Batman is that she loves makeup and she knows all about makeup.
Okay.
The Robin may be that she doesn't have a product to monetize that information, but also hands off. She may not want to, but she has all these people that may be able to, like she may be your person that leads to other people.
Right.
So all you need to do is say, hey, I love you blow. I can sit and watch your gas are up. I can sit and watch your videos of you doing your makeup all day. It's so intriguing to me. I have no skills in that department of doing that the way you do, and it's very beautiful, and I love it. And I have this, and this, just tell her, I started working with a brokerage company, and we have a makeup division, and I kind of got into it from the business aspect, but I would love for you to look at it just to see, to kind of evaluate it for me as an artist, from the artist standpoint, because I can't necessarily evaluate it in the way that you may be able to, because you are used to working with so many other products. Would you mind taking a look at it for me?
That's what I did. That when I first made the appointment, because I know her, like she's a friend, but just not a close friend. And I just said, you know so much more about makeup than I do. I love skincare and I love supplements and all that, but I'm really, getting more into makeup. And I said, I told her about my business, and I said, I just would love to come over, bring my makeup, and we could just play with makeup. And you could just play with it and tell me what you think.
So you already did that then. So at the appointment, that's what you do. Play with makeup.
Okay. Open it up and let her play. Just like, imagine if I were sitting down with Vina and Vina was my prospect. Do you really think I'm going to teach her the ins and outs of the ingredients of my skincare?
Right.
Heck no. But what I'm going to say is, listen, like, you are such a successful business owner. Like, you blow me away with the education, your knowledge, the way you give your services. Like, you just have this amazing gift. There's a division of my company that brokes all of these different skincare lines. I know you could teach me so much more about them than I ever could train myself. I would love for you to look at them, try them. I'll bring them over. You can play with them. And I would love for you to give me your professional feedback, because that would just mean the world to me.
Right. Okay.
I don't need to teach her about it.
Okay. So maybe this is getting down to what's really maybe concerning me. I don't have a giant makeup kit, probably like you guys do. I have a few eyeshadow palettes. I got a couple blush bundles. You know what I mean? Like, I have the top 10 products and then a little bit extra, you know what I mean? And she is, she's Hispanic. And so I was waiting for the Talia palette to come out, because those colors would look so good with her skin tone, but it's not out yet.
But Sandy, don't overthink it. Just use what you have. And if there are a couple things that you might want to add to your kit, go for it. But use what you have. You don't have to, like we talked about, you do not have to be a beauty professional. And if you have any other more questions, just feel free to reach out to me directly, and we can kind of walk through. And that was an awesome question, because so many people probably feel the same way.
I would say, if you feel like your kit, say for instance, you feel like your kit is more suitable to your skin tone, offer to, you could even offer to pay her, like if she, for instance, if she is charging to do makeup, you can offer to pay her and ask her to apply the makeup to you with those products, to see how they feel, like to see how she feels.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Great tip.
That way you don't have to feel like, well, they're not gonna really look great on her or whatever. You can just offer it. She may say, well, we're playing, I won't charge or whatever. It's not even going to be a full face. But she may say, she may look at you like, great, she values me as an artist. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you never know which way it could go, but just always when you're looking at a person like this person, and just in general with clients in general, always value who they are. Make them feel valued as a person, and it goes a lot further with the interaction.
Okay. She's not a makeup artist, but she just loves makeup. You know what I mean? For herself.
That's the best. Yeah, let her play. Real quick, sorry, just because we're going on 8 o'clock, I do want to transition and just really quickly show you both some products that just launched this week that I highly encourage everyone. There's going to be a color or something in here that's going to fit for you, and they're going to be hot ticket items for the spring and summer. So it might be something that you want to think about either using for yourself or having it in just like a small kit that you can use to help other people with. So real quick, I'm just going to share my screen. So learning how to do this on an iPad. Okay. So at this point, everybody should be able to see my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Can everybody see the products on my screen?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, awesome. So we have these brand new Lumi sticks that just launched. They're part of the Lumiere de Vie line. So they are a skincare cosmetic, a part of the Lumiere de Vie line. And they're cream makeup. And I'm sorry, if someone could just mute themselves, I'm getting a lot of background noise. Awesome, it just went away. Thank you so much. And so they're all cream sticks, and they're meant to be lip or cheek tints, but can also be used on the eyes as well. So I just wanted to showcase that we have 5 amazing colors. These are the some of the bullet points about them, but like Vershante said, you have an amazing resource with your website that has all of this information, FAQs, ingredients, reviews on every single product on your website. So feel free, if you're a guest on this call, get back together with the person that invited you and check out their website. But also for you as business owners, check out this amazing resource because it has all of this information there for you. I will say that they are so dewy and creamy. I love for spring, summer, kind of the no makeup look, and these are amazing for that. Our cost is $25. They retail for $35, which is an incredible price. And one of my favorite ways to buy makeup is at wholesale. So there are also some really great partnership options with this company to be able to take advantage of that. So this is just a little bit of a snapshot. These 5 Lumi sticks here, and they have really fun names like Son of a Beach, Beach Please, Shady Beach, 100% That Beach. So obviously they're very fun beach themed names, and they're gorgeous. Does anybody want to chime in, Vina or V or Gina, about these products? I'm obsessed. I just ordered like all of them. They are live now.
I really love playing with these and swatching them. They feel really good on the skin. They gave just a really nice glow. I can't remember which one was my personal favorite, but I really like them.
I like them all. I think when I tried them at the booth, Resting Beach Face was my favorite. But they all were, because some of them have a shimmer to them and some of them don't, right? I remember,
yeah,
right?
They're all either kind of like dewy or luminous, and some have just a subtle shimmer.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have to kind of tell you what I love the most about this, because Lumiere de Vie put their name on this product. That means that they're going to have skin care additives with it. So it's not going to be just a makeup. It's going to actually work with the hydration of your skin. So I love the fact that there's so many ingredients in here that are so skincare friendly. That's exciting to me. It's not just a makeup. It is actually doing something for your skin as well.
I feel
love that.
They're so silky too. Like, remember the sticks that we had years ago? Highlighter sticks, Maleeva?
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
The eyeliner stick.
They were motives. There was like 3 of them. It doesn't matter. the point is that these are, I just think that compared to, because I still have those, because I never knew what to do with them. But I think these, like, I think because like what Vina's saying, the skincare additives to them, they just feel so silky smooth. I just love them.
And that one on the right, Beach Please, is a really pretty cheek tint with the new lipstick that will be coming out called Tomato Red. And a tomato red, true red lipstick is very, very hot this season. So I wanted to show off that. And I'm just in our Most Pro page because I also wanted to scroll down. I wanted to see if they pop up. The new high gloss lip glosses are live. This is the Talia palette that Sandy had mentioned that will be coming live a little bit later, either in April or May. And then I just wanted, I thought these high gloss ones were right there. If anything, I can look on my site quick. We do have these new Motives lip kits, which are incredible as well because not everyone knows which color lip liner to pair with what lipstick. And so these are really amazing lip bundles. Think Mother's Day is coming up. So these lip bundles and the Lumi sticks are really, really incredible products to bundle for a mom, mom-in-law, grandmother, new mom. These are incredible, incredible products for that. So let me just search in this group and see if they'll pop up because I don't want to keep us all. Aha! So these are the brand new high gloss lip glosses. I really love them. They come in these 3 colors, but what's really sensational about them is they have a fun, invigorating, like essential oil smell to them, but not essential oil as in botanical, it's more citrusy. So the purple has a nice purple sheen to it. And like I said, they're high gloss. They feel really silky and satiny on the lips, but even as the color tends to fade, that high gloss is still there without it being tacky. So we have a ginger lime scent, a grapefruit scent, and then a rose scent. So they have really fun, invigorating scents with this high gloss finish. These are $10 on franchise cost, and I believe they retail for $14. So they are super, super affordable. Think, once again, moms in your life. These are even great for like preteen and teens where they want something a little fun. You want to make sure that they're using good products on their skin versus I know a lot of times for the younger generations, we kind of don't want to buy them like really good products right away. This is a great one to introduce them to because they're fun, they're youthful, great for all skin tones, all skin types, and all ages. So I just wanted to take a quick moment and point out all of the different products that you have live this week that are going to be huge retailers for you to have access to as we move into these next spring and summer months. Okay. Well, V, do you have anything you want to add before we wrap up the call? I'm just going to stop sharing my screen here.
You got to unmute yourself.
Hi.
I could.
The high gloss. Oh my goodness, that orange. I loved it so much. I really, really loved it. And I think the day that I tried it on, I actually had on a orange dress, I think. And I already had like liner and lip on, and I put it on top. And it was even so pretty layered over top of the lipstick that I had on. It was gorgeous. I loved it. Loved it. For
awesome.
Summer, it's gonna be like so popping, like it's very clean makeup and just this. It's like creamsicle color. It's so fun. I love it.
They're really beautiful.
Do you guys know when the foundation sticks are coming out?
June.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, June. I have, because I started talking to clients about it because I got some of the pamphlets from the booth when we were in Miami. So now I have people that keep contacting me. They're like, one of those foundation sticks. I'm like, I don't know. It should be any day. Like, you know, once the lip, every time something new comes out, they contact me and they're like, "Are the foundation sticks available yet?" Because I have
Yeah, those
several
will be
clients that
June.
are excited about those.
The Euphoria and the Talia, Euphoria is the spring collection. That's really lovely. It's coming out probably in the next few weeks, if not at the beginning of May. Same with the Talia palette, and then the new foundation sticks will launch in June.
Okay. Okay. At least I can.
I know. So many people are like itching for that.
Yeah,
For
they
the
are.
foundation. But all right, well, thank you so much. I know we did go a little bit over, but I hope that the content was valuable for you all, was relevant, and that you feel really confident not only making choices for yourself when it comes to makeup and skincare, but also knowing how to share this amazing brand with the people in your life and feel confident being able to recommend products and services to prospective customers as well. So thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you, girls.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome and welcome. Enjoy
This
the
has
rest
been
of
illuminating. Thank you, ladies.
You're
You're
very
I appreciate it.
welcome. Have an
So
amazing Easter for those that celebrate.
Yes.
Well, you too.
Thank you. All right,
Stay
take care,
well,
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.